okay? There's no catching up to him.
Hey, buddy. This is, I don't know how to get in here. There we are. It's a Ferrari, it's a pre-production Ferrari Roma. It has a twin turbo V8 making 612 horsepower, an 8-speed 2-clutch manual transmission, but automated. So paddle shift, or it has an automatic mode. One really cool technology for anybody that's a techie kind of guy is it does not have catalytic converters. It finds a way to clean up the exhaust gases without using cats. So that's kind of state of the art. Is the front of the engine is notably behind the center line of the front tires. So it is a mid-engine car, it's a front mid. And if you take a look at the structure, how beefy and strong it is around the shock towers and the heavy pieces that go back to the firewall area, like it's really a stiff structure. And you can tell when you drive it. It has accident avoidance sensor on the front. It has the adaptive cruise control sensors, a camera, and of course the ubiquitous parking sensors that everything has. The taillights are super tiny, but gorgeous at the back. One thing, just a little quirk, is the reverse light. It's not as, it's like the size of a toonie on its side. It's a little light. I'll point it out here. Here's your reverse light. That's the entirety of it right there. And it lights up just fine. When you go over 100 kilometers an hour, or maybe 100 miles an hour, I don't know, this flips up. And something interesting in the back that is interesting to me, there's a plaque that personalizes the specs on your particular car. So if you buy one, this is your car, those are its options, unique to it. Kind of cool, and of course it has things in the back. It has a sizable trunk. It looks like it ends here. You can see how far back it goes. It goes way up there.
Well, we haven't even seen the interior.
So if you're a golfer, I'm sorry to hear that, but it can carry. Go ahead, Jim. Go inside.
Tell me about these brakes.
Carbon ceramic brakes. Kind of a standard Ferrari issue, and I can tell you something, is that when you're braking hard, it's like it hates its passengers. It'll hang you in the seatbelts. Even on these winter tires.
All right,
go ahead, you go.
Well, I don't even know.
You'll figure it out. There you go.
Wow.
The start button in the middle of the steering wheel, just below the center, the start stop, it's not even a button, it's like a haptic place to touch, just like an iPhone. And most of the controls on the steering wheel are like that. They're haptic controls. So you just touch that area to make the command that you want.
So what kind of bizarre leather have they got in there? Kangaroo? Something like that?
No, it's cow leather, but it's my understanding, and I don't know this for sure, but I think the leather comes from Britain because they don't have barbed wire. And so the leather is, they get better hides. I believe that's where the leather comes from. There's a lot of good looking cars out there. I think Aston Martins are beautiful. They're very difficult to own. The Jag F-Type is a nice looking car, but there is no car that looks better than this one. This is, to me, the best look. Like it's dirty and it still just is sexy as hell. So I would think it'll be in the dealerships in the next couple of weeks. This one will not go to it. This one will not be sold. When your foot's on the brake, it starts the car. Turn off the music because the engine sounds better.
Wow.
Okay.
Holy cow, look at that.
You can configure the dash however you want. But I'll be honest, I'm not sure how. So So I think there's a like full dash, like you can change the display to several different displays, including it has automatic stop start if you want that. So it has controls down here. Like all these controls, most of these controls are haptic, so they're just touch sensitive. There's a controls on the back plus the paddle shifts. Like a flash to pass and volume control for the stereo and the wipers, they're all in behind. And there is some controls like adjust the mirrors, parking cameras, headlights, things like that. And of course there's a lot here. So the passenger has their own touch screen.
Oh.
And the one you want, of course, will be performance. So it gives you the RPM, the kilometers per hour, whether you're in manual or automatic, and what gear you're in. So there I just switched to 1. I'll go back to neutral. But something of interest is, Jim, you'll be able to feel it, like if I take this one. So I'm adjusting your seat.
Oh, wow.
Can you feel it make the adjustments?
Yeah.
So, and go plus or minus. But, oh, here we'll go back to seat adjustments. There they are. And of course, seat heaters, if you want the seat heater, it's off right now. But of course, the one you really want is the nav, maybe, audio, maybe, but we're in a Ferrari. It's all about performance.
Let's hear the engine rev.
So, I'm in neutral.
Nice.
So, twin turbo V8, 612 horsepower, 8-speed auto manual. There's a lot of technology in the car, but more than anything is the performance is exemplary, of course, like all Ferraris. But it's little details, like Jim, operate the vent. Like just try operating one of your vents. It's just beautiful, just the way you touch it and maneuver it.
Very smooth. And minute adjustment, really.
It's a little detail like that that's beautiful. So down in the center console area, this is the windows up and down, some other things, hazard flashers, things like that. This controls the transmission. So this is reverse, this is automatic, manual, and this is launch mode.
Oh.
When you really want to get out of Dodge. For some reason, every Subaru guy in the world thinks you want to race them. I'm not sure why, but I guess that's your Subaru mode. So we'll leave it in automatic just for a little bit, and we'll head out onto the highway.
Cool.
So to put it in gear, foot on the brake, pull the paddle. It's in first. The computer lets the clutch out automatically for you.
Wow.
But it's in automatic. So it's already shifted to second. I haven't moved the lever, touched the clutch, have not moved the paddle. It just does that shifting all automatically. And I can tell you that, you know, Grandpa can drive it to church. We're going to speed limit, it's quiet, sophisticated, rides nice. This button here is called the Manatino. So right now I'm set to comfort mode, and if you look on the screen, you'll see when I switch it to sport or race or ESC off. And if I push the button, I can change the shock absorbers at the same time. I'm going to leave it in comfort for now. The reason I'm leaving it in comfort, I could be in wet. We're in Canada. Even though it's dry pavement, it has a layer of grime on it that doesn't have a lot of stick, and we have winter tires on. So that 612 horsepower easily overwhelms the tires.
There's a cop now.
And I'm glad we're going only a little bit fast, maybe 5 kilometers over. Oh, and he stopped and he's pulling over. Is he burning a U? Oh boy, please don't.
No way.
I think I was going 7 kilometers over the limit.
Oh, you'll be. So we're doing the speed limit, and it's at what RPM?
1500.